Oh, hey. Sorry, I didn't see you there. It's so crazy because I was just thinking about how I wanted to talk to you about Plastic Free July. What? You've never heard of Plastic Free July? Oh, that's probably because it's like a minor eco initiative, but it's still good to do. So, Plastic Free July is basically a month challenge where you try to not use plastic. Um, and I'm going to set myself that challenge. Uh, I don't think it's going to be easy because plastic is everywhere. I mean, hey, this is plastic. This is plastic. This is probably plastic. Not like all plastic in the world because that would be pretty much impossible at this point, which is sad in its own way. But it's looking at how can you not buy plastic packaging, reduce, just your consumption. I already kind of limit what I can in terms of my plastic purchasing, but I still think it's going to be really hard, and I just thought that this would be a cool thing to kind of document, and then I can share some stuff that I've learned that worked and also share what's really difficult and maybe look at how to find alternatives. Yeah, Plastic Free July. As I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I'm really passionate about recycling, and even though you can technically recycle plastic, it's actually only a certain amount of times. Unlike some other materials, the polymers break down. Is it polymers? I think so. Anyway, chemically, the compounds break down and they become less strong, and then they can't really be used. And there's just too much in circulation. A lot of it's, that's not our problem. It is the problem of the people making the stuff. And I think it's really shitty of companies like Coca-Cola to put advertisements saying, guys, our stuff's recyclable and it's up to you to recycle it. No, only 50% of your recycling actually gets processed as recycling. The other 50% goes straight to landfill. And then of that 50% that's technically being processed, a lot of it isn't being closed loop recycled. What the fuck does that mean? It basically means that, a plastic bottle can be ground up into little flakes and turned back into a plastic bottle of the same caliber. That hardly ever happens. 2% of our recycling gets turned back into a similar level of product. Most of it just gets turned into road base or something else because it just breaks down too much and it's too contaminated. So that's one shitty thing. There's just a list of shitty things, maybe. Another shitty thing is that Western countries like the US, the UK, Germany, other European countries, we don't process the recycling ourselves. We ship it to other countries. That used to mainly be China. And then China in 2018 went, no, we don't want any more of your recycling because it's basically just trash. All the other countries went, well, what the fuck do we do? So they just started shipping it to other Asian countries, mainly places like Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia. And these countries don't have the infrastructure to accept this huge amount of waste. They're going to these illegal recycling centers, which are set up usually in rural areas with poor populations, and they're just burning it. And they're not burning it in an incinerator to harness energy or whatever. They're just fucking like lighting a fire and burning plastic, and those fumes are affecting the people that live there. It's affecting their health, their food sources, their water sources. And it's all because we are being lazy dickheads, and we're not thinking about how our actions and purchases and behaviors affect other people. And I feel like we're all in this mindset, hopefully, not all of us, but a lot of us are in this mindset now where we're starting to think about how what we do affects other people. So I hope some of you guys come on this journey with me. Look, it's only July 2nd, so it started yesterday. I know I should have posted this yesterday, but I forgot what day it was because I don't know, pandemic. Fuck knows. But it's not too late to sign up and pledge. And honestly, I think it'll be a little bit easier because we're more at home now. I don't know. It could be way harder trying to go out to the pubs and stuff because I don't know what the situation is going to be with like reusable stuff or if it's all going to be plastic. So we'll see. But I wanted to leave you guys with some really fun facts. The US is the #1 trash producing country in the world. US consumption and CO2 emissions per person is massive. Apparently we produce like 1,609 pounds per year individually of waste. Basically that means that 5% of the world's population is creating 40% of the world's waste. That's a lot. And really we're then taking most of that waste and dumping it in somebody else's backyard. And I think that's a pretty shit thing to do, don't you? In the US alone, people throw away 2.5 million plastic bottles per hour. Per hour. 2.5 million plastic bottles are being chucked out every hour. And each of those bottles takes 500 years to decompose. And then if you think they're not even actually decomposing, they're just turning into microplastics, which then go into our water source and into our food sources, and then does who knows what to our bodies. I guess we'll find out. 2.5 million bottles every hour. If we could just dent that a little bit, that would be a huge, huge thing. Plastic was made quite recently. I think in the 50s they started really mass producing it. And it's just gotten out of hand. And I think it's up to us to see if we can reduce the demand for these products. And then when the money goes away, then hopefully the companies will change their behaviors. So I don't think it's going to be easy, but I would love it if you guys came along with me on this month-long journey. And I'll share with you what I find. And yeah, I don't know. Let's see how it goes.